Well, hello again, baseball fans. We have Colorado Rockies baseball here on the Sideline Crowd. I'm your broadcaster, Skylar Timmons. It's a beautiful day here at Coors Field as the Milwaukee Brewers visit the Colorado Rockies. The Rockies coming off a 3-game sweep in San Francisco, and they will be led by the rookie making his MLB debut, Ryan Castellani, after they sent Chichi Gonzalez down back to Albuquerque. Castellani making his major league debut here, 6'4", 223 pounds, 23-year-old. He'll be facing a Brewers crew that's 11-15 so far in the season, looking to get the Rockies back in the win column. Rockies have gone 4-6 in their last 10 games. Lorenzo Cain, the Gold Glover, will lead things off in 258 on the year. Here's the first pitch to Cain, and lifted in the shallow right field. That's going to drop for a base hit, and so Cain immediately gets on base to start this one. Kind of went up around the letters. Cain, the professional and the veteran that he is, just pokes it the other way. Blackman able to cut it off. But now the leadoff man's on with Brock Holt. Coming in hot. Holt off to a slow start, hitting a .119. He's got a couple RBIs. Brewers sporting their new look for the season. One of the many teams that rebranded. Kind of spice things up. They kind of went back to an old design for themselves. Castellani kicks and deals in there for a call and strike one. Well, the Rockies coming to this one at 9-15, fifth in the National League West. Had a really rough time in San Francisco, getting walked off yesterday thanks to Yolmer Sanchez. Here comes the 0-1. Tapped foul. Brock Holt coming over to the Brewers after being a long time part of the Red Sox organization. Swinging 0-2, and that one fouls it off. It's again 0-2. The 0-2 lifted high and deep down the right field line, but that's going to drift in the crowd. Castellani making his debut here with the Rockies. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Check swing, misses inside, and they'll say he didn't win around. It's 1-2 now. Here's the 1-2. That one misses inside with the slider. It's 2-2. Well, Castellani, native of Phoenix, Arizona. Rockies drafted him in 2014 in the second round. Last season, pitching for Albuquerque, went 2-5 with an 8.31 ERA. Here's the 2-2. That misses outside. Christian Yelich waits on deck, the former MVP. Kind of an injury-shortened season. Here's the 3-2. Swinging it again, and it's fouled away. Castellani, in his career, though, he's gone 28-43 in the minors with a 4.80 ERA. That one misses low, ball 4, so the first two men are aboard here to start the first for the Brewers. And that's going to bring up the 2018 National League MVP, Christian Yelich. Yelich, who's on a 5-game hitting streak this season, hitting .286 with 6 homers, 12 RBIs. He's 8 for 20 during that hitting streak. And he bats here in the first with 2 on and nobody out. Cain at second, he singled. And Holt at first, he walked. Checks swing, but it's a call, strike one. Yelich has 24 hits for the Brewers, the third on the team. Here's the 0-1. Misses low with that changeup. Here's the 1-1. That misses outside with that fastball. It's now 2-1. Well, Yelich came up with the Marlins, kind of starting to make a name for himself, but then got traded over to the Brewers. He skies this one out to right field. Kane tags. He'll move up to third. And they got him. Just gets him before he can get to the base. Nice play there by Charlie Blackmon. Here's how the Brewers will line up. We'll go Kane, and then Brock Holt, who's playing first, Christian Yelich, and then Keston Hiura is at second base, Omar Narvaez doing the catching, Eric Sogard over at third, Orlando Arcia shortstop, Ben Gamel left field, and Brandon Woodruff doing the pitching for the Brewers today. Here's the first pitch to Keston Hiura. In 207, 3 homers. Here's the 1-0. Swing and a miss through that fastball. It's 1-1. Second on the Brewers with RBIs is 16. Drafted in 2017. There's the 1-1, bounces in the dirt. It's 2-1. Here's the 2-1. Called strike at the knees. It's 2-2. Well, I want to go back and talk about that play. Easy fly ball to right field. Kane, who runs well, 2-2 delivery, and this one's lifted high and deep, and that one's going to get on out of here. And the Brewers are now up 2-0. Hiura just demolishes that one out into left field. His 4th of the year, 408 feet measured. That wasn't hit particularly hard, 94 miles per hour off the bat, but that one got out of here in a hurry. Came inside on him, and he just crushes it. So welcome to the big leagues to Ryan Castellani, who had 2 outs. Could have gotten through this inning with the unscathed, but finds themselves down 2-0 as Omar Narvaez, the catcher, will come in. Poke swing inside. McMahon had to come and get it, and he's safe. Kind of a weak hit. Just kind of poked it up in the air and just kind of into no man's land behind the pitcher's mound. Ran inside on him, just kind of a check swing, and pokes it in there. McMahon not able to charge and get it fast enough. And so it's kind of a little bad luck there. As now there's 2 men on for Eric, or there's 1 man on with 2 outs for Eric Sogard. He's playing third base tonight. This one's lifted to center field. Easy play for David Dahl, who makes the catch, and that will retire the side. Well, Keston Hiura puts the Brewers on the board with this 2-run homer. We head to the bottom of the first. Rockies looking to answer back. Brandon Woodruff making the start for the Brewers today. In 5 starts, he's 0-5, 8.02 ERA in 21 innings of work, 23 hits allowed, 1.64 whip, 28 strikeouts to 12 walks. Often been part of that opener reliever tactic that the Brewers have used. They used him against the Rockies in the 2018 Division Series. Like I said, the Brewers 11-14. They're 4th in the Central, in a very competitive Central division. You got the likes of the Cubs and the Cardinals. The Brewers sort of that 3-man race there. That misses high. It's 2-0 on David Dahl. Here's the 2-0 from Woodruff. And it's in there for a called strike one, hitting 98 on the gun. Here's the 2-1. Swings and fouls that one off. So now evens the count at 2-2. Well, David Dahl still kind of struggling at the plate. Had a rough series against the Giants. Here's the 2-2. Check swing. No swings to the third base umpire. So I'll run the count full on David Dahl. David Dahl's found himself in a lot of these counts, but often ending either in a short pop-up or a strikeout, unfortunately. Hoping to turn things around. Here's the 3-2 pitch. That one's tapped foul again. Good at bat here by David Dahl to start the game. 3-2 pitch again. Misses outside, ball 4. So David Dahl once again gets the leadoff walk. He's gotten quite a few of those. And now there's one man on for Trevor Story. Had a good game yesterday. A couple of walks, scored 2 of the Rockies' runs. Came around on Nolan Arenado doubles. He's in 206. 271 on base percentage with a 622 OPS. Looking to improve on things, though. We know Trevor's capable of a lot more. As the Rockies have just kind of felt a lot of bad luck in a team's hitting slump. And the 2 hottest hitters are Arenado and Blackman, who are in the 3 and 4 spots right now. But who knows, maybe they'll kind of move things around to adjust. There's a first pitch strike. Trevor Story leads the Rockies, though, with 5 doubles. So when he's hit the ball, he's found the gaps. There's the 0-1, swings to that pitch. It's now 0-2. Here's the 0-2. Line the other way into right field. That's going to roll to the wall. Dahl headed to second. Trevor rounds first. Story will stop at second. Dahl gets the wave home. And second baseman will hold on to it. And it's an RBI double for Trevor Story. That's his 6th of the year. Just took it the other way. Perfect swing. And that'll score Dahl all the way from first, and the Rockies answer back with an RBI double, numbering up Nolan Arenado with runner on second, nobody out. Had a good game yesterday. Responsible for 2 of the Rockies' runs of the 3 that they scored. He's in 316, 7 homers, 21 RBIs, 600 slugging. First pitch, called strike. Second on the team, though, with 30 hits. Charlie Blackman is the only one who has more than him. It's the 0-1. Slow roller around the mound. This will be a tough play. Woodruff fires to second, or to first, just ahead of Arenado. So Story will move up to third with 1 out. Here's how the Rockies will line up. Charlie Blackman will now hit in the 4 spot. Ryan McMahon, then Ian Desmond. Murphy down in the 7 hole today with Tony Wolters behind the dish. And Ryan Castellani pitching. Well, here's Charlie Blackman, who had a good series against the Giants. A couple of homers. Here's the first pitch to him. That one's fouled away. Tying run at third here. Chuck Nasty enjoying an 8-game hitting streak. Sitting 365 on the year, 6 homers. Here's the 0-1. It's 0-2 now on Blackman. Here's misses inside. 1-2. Comes the 1-2. Misses low again with the slider. It's 2-2. 2-2 pitch here to Charlie Blackmon. Got him swinging at the fastball below the knees, and it's 2 and that'll be the second out of the inning. Went down on him. I don't know what the slider looks like. Blackmon just laid on it. So there's 2 outs now with Trevor Story on third. He hit an RBI double that scored David Dahl. And Ryan McMahon now trying to cash him in. Oh, miss inside, ball 1. Here's the 1-0. Dribbler back up the middle. That's going to get through for a base hit. Story will score. And it's an RBI single for Ryan McMahon. And the Rockies tie it up at 2. It's just underneath the glove of Brandon Woodruff. And that'll bring up Ian Desmond, who's on a 7-game hitting streak. 8 for 23 in his last 7 games. Hit .244. Pitch call on the outside corner. The 0-1 swings through that fastball. It's quickly 0-2. The 0-2 misses low. And the 1-2 misses outside. It's 2-2. That one's fouled away. 25 total pitches this inning for Woodruff. He's had to work here in the bottom of the first. Rockies have made the Brewers work. Got him swinging at that high one, so that'll do it here in the first. But the Rockies answer back. They tie it up 2-2. So we head to the top of the second. Arcia, Gamble, and Woodruff due up for the Brewers. I know Arcia will lead things off. Hitting .275, 2 homers, 9 RBIs. As Ryan Castellani gets his second look at the Brewers here in the second inning. Here's the first pitch. In there for a call and strike 1. Here's the 0-1. That one's fouled away. It's 0-2. This one's lifted foul. It's 0-2. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Lifted high to center field. David Dahl ranging back. He'll camp under it and make the catch. And there's one away here in the second. Start the Brewers. Here's how the Rockies will line up defensively from left to right. We have Ian Desmond, David Dahl, and Charlie Blackmon. Then in the infield, Nolan Arenado, Trevor Story, Ryan McMahon, Daniel Murphy, and Tony Wolters. Behind the plate, Rockies with a .981 fielding percentage. They're 15th in the National League. So they're at the bottom of the barrel with Ben Gamble, who will take his cuts here. Grounder back up the middle. That'll be a base hit. So Gamble first pitch swinging, and he's on with 1 out. Off-speed pitch right down the heart of the plate. Yeah, it's going to just poke back up the middle. That'll bring a Brandon Woodruff in a sacrifice situation. First pitch pulls back the bunt. It's 1-0. The Brewers just missed their chance last year as he puts down the bunt right at Murphy, who will Fire to Castellani, who has to just beat him to the bag, and there's 2 away here. That'll bring up Lorenzo Cain, who singled, came around, he was singled, and then was gunned down trying to tag up and move up to third on the Christian Yelich fly ball. And here's the first pitch to Cain, and he fouls that one away. Cain, a Gold Glove Award winner in 2019. Robbed a lot of home runs. Here's the 0-1. This is outside 1-1. Seemed like a lot of early last season. Every other day you were seeing a highlight from Lorenzo Cain robbing a home run of some kind. Here's the 1-1. That one's grounded to second. McMahon's got it. He'll fire to first, and that'll retire the side. So a clean inning for Castellani. As we head to the bottom of the second, we're still tied at 2. Murphy, Walters, and Castellani due up for the Rockies. Brandon Murphy, the first baseman, will lead things off. Got knocked down in the lineup for today. It's in 183, 4 homers, 8 RBIs. Here's the first pitch to Murphy, and it's called strike on the outside corner. Here's the 0-1. Swing and a miss. It's 0-2. Here's the 0-2 pitch to Murphy. Check swing and a called strike 3. Then he went around, and that'll retire Murphy. I'll bring up Tony Walters. It's in 3-0-2, 7 RBIs. Here's the 1-0. Misses in the dirt. It's 2-0 on Walters. The 2-0. Called strike on the inside corner. It's 2-1. Well, Brandon Woodruff, born in Mississippi, swings through that one. It's 2-2. Drafted by the Brewers in the 11th round of 2014. Made his debut in 2017. And that misses outside, ball 4, so Walters gets a 1-out walk. Only Ryan Castellani get his first at bat here in the big leagues. Woodruff in 2018 was ranked as Milwaukee's 3rd best prospect. Then he began the season with Milwaukee, and then his option in early April as this bunt attempt's fouled away. And then he opened up game 1 of the NLDS against the Rockies through 3 scoreless innings, as the Brewers eventually won that series. And fouls that one off again, so 0-2 on bunt attempts for Castellani. In game 1 of the NLCS against the Dodgers, Woodruff hit a homer off of Clayton Kershaw. Became the 22nd pitcher and the 3rd relief pitcher in postseason history to ever accomplish the feat. Also became the only pitcher in baseball postseason history to hit a home run lefty on lefty. He gets this bunt down. They throw to second. They get the out there. Return throws late. And so Castellani will just replace Walters at first, as it was bunted directly at Brock Holt, who snagged it and quickly fired over to second. Walters doesn't run particularly well. Better than most, but not enough to beat the double play. So now I'll turn the lineup over to David Dahl, who walked in the first, came around to score on the Trevor Story double. There's 2 outs here. The horrifying MLB The Show Dinger mascot doing his thing on the dugout. That is not a good rendered model. But most mascots aren't going to be. And it's called strike on the outside corner. David Dahl yesterday went 0 for 5 with a strikeout. In his career, this one's tapped to first. Tough play. Nobody was. Woodruff thought he had the out, but Holt, for some reason, bad communication. Holt ran in to get the ball. Took forever to throw it to first, and Woodruff was late covering, and so Story beats it out and puts runners on first and second with 2 outs now. And Trevor Story up to the plate, who hit an RBI double into right field his last time up. In his career, like I was saying, Woodruff is 16-6, 3.87 ERA. Was an all-star last year. Here's the 1-1, misses low, it's 2-1. Woodruff, this is his 6th start of the year. Kind of rough patch. Not doing particularly well. Stated his ERA is over 8 in just 21 innings. Here's the 2-1. That one's lined foul. It's 2-2. Here's the 2-2. That one's fouled away. The 2-2. Lined right at Hira, who makes the catch to retire the side. So Rockies get 2 men on, but they can't do anything more than that with 2 outs. Top of the order due up for the Brewers as we head to the top of the 3rd. Brock Holt stand in. He walked his last time. Around to score on the Keston Hira home run. Here's the first pitch from Castellani. And that one's lined into center field. Gets down for a base hit. Dahl coming on strong, but takes it on the bounce. Bobbles it for his second, but Holt will stay at first, so he's on to lead off the 3rd. Sinking line drive. Dahl maybe thought about making a dive, but that gets past him. Holt has a pretty good chance to score, so best to keep it in front of him. I'll bring Christian Yelich. Bounces in the dirt. Good block there by Tony Walters. He's Holt at first. Fly out in his first at bat. Now 1-0 on Christian Yelich. 1-0. So the 2-0. Called strike the letters. The 2-1. Check swing, but it's a called strike. It's now evens the count at 2-2. The 2-2 pitch. Lifted high and deep. This one is crushed into right field, and Yelich has got himself a homer. That's 2-run homer by Christian Yelich, his 7th of the year, as he puts the Brewers back up 4-2. And that ball got out of here in a hurry. 439 feet, 108 miles per hour off the bat. And that's why Yelich has turned himself into one of the premier players in the league in these past couple seasons. Especially here with the Brewers. Keston Hira will now. Hira hit a 2-run homer his first time up. I mean, Yelich, a couple of 2-run homers have given the Brewers their 4-2 lead. Misses high with the slider. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Lined into the gap in left center field. Dahl's going to cut it off, but Hira's going to get up into second easily, sliding in for a double. It's a back-to-back hits here as pitching coach Steve Foster will come out to visit with Castellani. He's getting up 3 hits here. 3 straight hits here in the third. He has nobody out, runner on second. Nomar Narvaez coming in now. Catcher. Here's the first pitch. Nope. This is low with the changeup. The 1-0. Line through the gap. That's a base hit. Hira will stop at third. Blackman got to it quick. Now put runners on the corners with nobody out. Narvaez just smokes that through the hole through the right side. And now there's 2 men on the corners with nobody out. And Eric Sogard up to the plate. Fly out in the first. So what they need to do here is get Sogard out and then hopefully get the double play ball. Or they may happily concede the run at third for a ground ball and get the double play. We'll see what the Rockies decide to do here. They may even have the corners in to cut the run down. That one's fouled away. It's 2-1. Ideally, you get Castellani to strike out Sogard or hit a weak pop-up. But this kind of shows the mental aspect of the game. Lined into right. Blackman makes the catch. Fires home. And Hira slides in safe. Just ahead of the tag. Nice throw by Blackman, but Sogard gets the sacrifice fly. I'll bring up Orlando Arcia with the runner first. Well, Blackman had a good chance there. It was a line drive right at him, but Hira, who runs well, and Blackman not the best arm still. Just misses getting him. Runner takes off for second, but it's fouled away. Runs the count to 0-1. Here's the 0-1 pitch. That's lined right to McMahon, over to Story, back over to Murphy to retire the side. A nice 4-6-3 double play. But Christian Yelich, towering 2-run shot. And the Brewers now find themselves up 5-2. Second deck shot for Christian Yelich. So we skip over Heidi Watney here, for we do not need her. Well, the 2020 hitting stats for the Rockies: 13th in runs per game, 13th in average, 11th in on base percentage, 15th in the National League in slugging, 14th in home runs, 12th in stolen bases. They are struggling offensively. They're around bottom of the barrel in all of baseball. Nolan Arenado will come in now, ground out victim in the first. Finds his club down 5-2 after a 3-run inning for the Brewers in the top half. First pitch to Arenado in there for called strike one. On his career, Arenado's 1 for 5 against Woodruff. And the 0-1 pitch. That one's fouled away. Here's the 0-2 pitch. That one's tapped foul. Here's the 0-2. That one's fouled away again. Here's the 0-2. And that one's right at Holt at first, who takes to the bag himself to retire Arenado. So one away here. As I'll bring up Charlie Blackmon, who struck out his first time up. Strikeout victim in the first. Well, the Players League continues to move on for the MLB, playing via MLB The Show. And just the 1-0 got inside. It's 1-1. Well, here's the top 8 players will advance to the postseason, which will start with a best-of-3 division and championship series. Then comes the best-of-5 World Series. Here's the 1-1. This is outside, 2-1. So Joey Gallo of the Rangers is 19-4 in his Players League. He has just been fantastic. His comebacker to Woodruff, who snags it, and Blackmon's retired. He's scored 117 runs thanks to a league-leading 47 home runs. Now I'm bringing Ryan McMahon. And then Blake Snell of the Rays is 14-3, followed by Bo Bichette, who's 12-4. Gavin Lux of the Dodgers is 16-6. First pitch to McMahon, misses outside. Jeff McNeil of the Mets is 5th in a 15-6 record, followed by Fernando Tatis Jr. of the Padres, 15-7. Lucas Giolito is 14-8 of the White Sox. Then Dwight Smith Jr. of the Orioles is 15-9, so that's the top 8 right now who would be able to move on to the playoffs. And we'll check out David Dahl's ranking right now. It's the 3-0 called on the outside corner. It's 3-1 on McMahon. So our old pal David Dahl is currently 5-13. He's got 7 games back. Dahl has not had the best of luck in this. He has struggled. But I think that the nice thing is that they're all having fun. It's a fun idea. Definitely for the younger generation these days, as this type of event would probably never happen otherwise. Or even, I think this is the perfect day. This one's taken the other way into no man's land into left field. They had him shifted, so McMahon's going to get himself a 2-out double on a 3-2 pitch. Ben Gamble runs it down. That's his 3rd double of the year. Just takes it the other way, hits it where they ain't, as the old saying goes. That'll bring up Ian Desmond. 2 outs, runner on second. Launches a fastball for ball 1. But I think in the absence of baseball right now, the Players League was a good way, and I think it was a good way to really give fans the opportunity to get to know some players' personalities. The 1-0 is called strike. Really get to know them. Going to see how they are when they're not on the baseball field, because you don't really get to know the personalities of many baseball players. They went with a lot of more. Where it is. This one's grounded to second. Hira's got it. That'll retire the Rockies here in the 3rd. So despite the 2-out double by Ryan McMahon, we head to the top of the 4th. Brewers lead this one 5-2. Beautiful night here in Denver, Colorado, as we're enjoying some Rockies baseball. Ben Gamble will lead things off for the Brewers. Single in the second. Here's the first pitch to Gamble. And it misses outside the ball. Acquired from Seattle in 2018. It's the 1-0 pitch. Line right in Arenado, picks it up, fires over to first, and there's one away here in the fourth. With the Players League, you just get to know some of these players and see them play video games and kind of bond over it and have fun with it. I think that's the fun part, is get to see them get pumped up over this, because it's very competitive, it's fun, a lot of fun moments. A lot of cool conversations that I've seen happening as well. So Woodruff watches that first pitch up for ball 1. Here's the 1-0. Kind of hear some of the conversations between players that you assume happen in their own private lives, on the field, off the field, in the clubhouse, all those things, and get to hear them in real time, having fun, ribbing each other. Swinging 2-0, and it's strike 1. Joey Gallo of the Rangers, known for just hitting bombs in real life, and he's just hitting bombs in the game. So I'm gonna look up the clip of Joey Gallo talking about the gripes he has with the image that MLB The Show picked for him in the menus. You pick your favorite team, and then in the menus, it's kind of themed after him. So for the Rockies, for instance, you'll get Nolan Arenado or Dante Bichette pop up in your menus. 3-1, catches the inside corner. It's 3-2 now on Woodruff. And Joey Gallo talking about how they had a cool one for Mike Minor and stuff like that. This one's lofted to center field. Dahl's there to make the catch, and there's 2 away. And Joey Gallo just talking about how he just didn't think his was very good, like asking why they picked it the way they did, because it is not a good looking picture, because his motion picture of him swinging looks bad, and then there's just like a profile picture of himself in the menus, and that looks awful. It's kind of staring something down, so quite a humorous moment. Here's Lorenzo Cain. 1 for 2 in this one, as he's ahead now 2-0. Comes the 2-0 pitch. Misses low and away. It's ball 3. Brock Holt waits on deck. Here's the 3-0 to Kane. Taking all the way, it's 3-1. Castellani's roughly around 60 pitches here in his debut. He's given up 5 runs, 2 of which via the 2-run homer. And that's prone to happen here at Coors Field, but it's not ideal for your Major League debut. It's full count now on Kane. Here's the 3-2 pitch. Check swing, and it's called ball 4, so Kane is aboard with 2 outs, and that'll bring up Brock Holt. Jeff Hoffman warming up in the Rockies bullpen. Brock Holt's 1 for 1. Base hit his last time up, scored on the Yelich home run. First pitch to him, misses inside, it's ball 1. Righty Jeff Hoffman most likely will pitch the 5th, depending on where they are in the order or what happens with Castellani. He's lifted deep to left center field. That's going to get down. One hops the wall, so that'll be a ground rule double. Didn't look like he got it, but it just kept carrying. Didn't look like he got a great piece of it, but that just kept carrying to one of the deepest parts of the ballpark there in the outfield. But luckily, that keeps Kane at third, but Christian Yelich is now up. We got a towering 2-run 2-run shot his last time up. That pitch misses low, ball 1. Definitely want to live down there. It's 2 men on, 2 outs. 5-2 Brewers lead this one. Oh, and this one's lifted to left field. Ian Desmond runs back, makes the catch to retire the side. So Castellani pitched himself into a jam, but he gets out of it there. And we head to the bottom of the 4th. 7, 8, and 9 due up for the Rockies. Murphy, Walters, and presumably might be a pinch hitter for Castellani. Nominating of Daniel Murphy, a strikeout victim in the first. Corbin Burns warms up in the Brewers bullpen, the right-hander. Here's the first pitch to Murphy. Misses inside, ball 1. Here's the 1-0. Called outside the corner. It's 0-1. It's 1-1.
Yep, that ball went out.
Here's the 2-1. Swings to that pitch. It's 2-2 now. And the 2-2 pitch. Lifted the other way. That's going to get down for a base hit. Gamble cuts it off. But a sinking line drive away from Gamble. Carrying away from Gamble. And Murphy's got himself a base hit. Nice swing there by Murphy. Outside part of the plate, just takes it the other way. Number 8, Tony Walters walked his last time up. Watch his first pitch slider outside for ball 1. Well, I didn't cover it earlier, but the Red Sox cheating scandal, the results of that were finally revealed for the 2018 Boston Red Sox, who basically were convicted of cheating. But the caveat is mostly it was only the replay room operator. That runs in and hits Walters on the elbow. And so he is not happy. I kind of John at Woodruff. Ran up and in right off that elbow. And I think Walters will be okay, but definitely that's not going to be good for him. And we'll get a pinch hitter here in Raimel Tapia. Will hit for Castellani here. So Castellani goes 4 innings, gives up 5 runs in a rough debut. There's the first pitch to Tapia. And this one right to first, over to second, back to first, and a double play. So there were 2 men on with nobody out, and Tapia quickly grounds out into a double play. And that'll make it 2 outs with a run on third now for David Dahl. Tapia's retired quickly. So JT Watkins, the replay room operator, he served as the team's primary advanced video scout, received the biggest punishment. He was suspended without pay for the 2020 season, barred him from working as the team's replay room operator in 2021. And then they were stripped of, I think, some second-round draft picks. It's the 0-1 pitch, misses low. And that's kind of it. No, Alex Cora, who was already fired, was suspended for the 2020 season, but not for the Red Sox stuff, but because of the stuff with the Astros in 2017. So, I think in a lot of people's eyes, the Red Sox kind of got off easy, especially with the nature of the 2020 season right now. Here's the 2-2. Got him swinging, and that'll retire the side. So Rockies had something cooking, but then it quickly dissolved into nothingness. So we head to the top of the 5th. Brewers still lead this one 5-2. Here's Jeff Hoffman will take over on the mound for Castellani and making his 10th appearance. It's 9 innings. He's 1-0, 4.66 ERA. Kind of the rotation's long man. Here's Keston Hira. He's 2 for 2, a home run, a double, a couple RBIs. He had a huge 2-run homer in the first inning. Gave the Brewers a 2-0 lead at the time. Here's the first pitch. Misses low, ball 1. Here's the 1-0. Grounder to third, scooped up by Arenado. Fires over to first for out number 1. From what it looked like, it was mostly, as we look at Ryan Castellani, goes 4 innings, gives up 9 hits, 5 earned runs, 2 walks on 66 pitches, no strikeouts. So a rough debut for Ryan Castellani. Definitely would have probably hoped his debut would go differently, but it is what it is. As he's here in the big leagues, that'll bring up Omar Narvaez. It's 2 for 2 with a couple singles. But JT Watkins would get this information and then give it to players, and they wouldn't knowingly use it, but they'd only use it at second base. It's typical sign stuff. As pops out to Story for out number 2. So no players or anyone was implicated in this. It was mostly just this how this replay operator was going about decoding signs, stealing them, and then giving them to players while they were on second base. So not like the Astros who were banging on a trash can. So here's the first pitch to Sogard. Misses, ball 1. This one's lined into left field for a base hit right over the glove of Story. So Sogard's got himself a 1-out single. But Boston posted an 872 OPS. Nice line drive there into left field with runners in scoring position, which was not only the best in baseball the year, but also the best by any team in the previous 12 seasons. Still hit .364 with runners in scoring position in the postseason, which was up from .289 in the regular season. Orlando Arce up to the plate now. He's down 0-1. His last 10 games, he's got 2 doubles and 6 RBIs. Here's the 0-1. Swing and a miss at that curveball in the dirt. It's 0-2. Good breaking ball there by Jeff Hoffman. Look for him to go back to those off-speed pitches. That one's fouled away. Here's the 0-2. Misses outside. One, 2, tapped foul. But just the age of the game we live in, back-to-back years where there was some sort of cheating going on, and they were caught for it. And you just hope nothing comes out about the Nationals, which I don't think will. The Nationals really earned that one. They were kind of a underdog team throughout the year, so I think they did it of their own merit. They didn't need to resort to cheating. That misses outside, and the runs count full 3-2. But it's just frustrating to see these teams that are winning be through cheating. This one's lifted high, popped up around the infield as Story makes the catch. Now retire the side. So Hoffman, the clean 5th. We head to the bottom of the 5th. Rockies trying to get something going again. They're down 5-2.
Your attention, please.
So we'll get Corbin Burns pitching for the Brewers now. In his 14th game, he's 1-1, 20 innings of work, 5.85 ERA, 24 strikeouts, 17 walks. Right-hander's hitting .290 against him. Trevor Story had an RBI double in the first inning, as the Brewers bullpen's got some double barrel action down there. First pitch to Story is a called strike at the knees. Here's the 0-1 to Story. And well, hits it into the shift. Hira's got it. And there's one away here. Well, if it weren't for the shift, that would have been a base hit for Story, but that's the nature of shifts. And kind of the frustrating thing about them. As here's the 0-2, or here's the third baseman Nolan Arenado, who's 0 for 2. First pitch to him. Swings to that fastball, strike one. Well, in his career in 7 seasons, Arenado's got a 32.7 wins above replacement. He is a very irreplaceable. You need him at third base. He's saved so many runs, made so many spectacular plays. His bat is just phenomenal. 1-1. Fouls that one away. And one of the best players in the game right now. One of the best in Rockies history. He lines that one foul. Here's the 1-2 to Arenado. It's got him swinging, strike 3. So 2 quick outs for Corbin Burns here in the 5th. Ran it well outside, and Arenado just late swing. He is not happy with that. Didn't even commit to it. And that'll bring up Charlie Blackmon. He's 0 for 2 in this one. This is high ball 1. Charlie Blackmon is 0 for 2. Strikeout and a ground out in this one. He's ahead on the count 1-0. Called strike at the knees. Blackmon leads the Rockies with a .356 average. Taps that one foul. It's 1-2. Misses high. It's 2-2. And that misses high. I'll run the count full. Line dive stop by Brock Holt. He'll flip it to Burns, who makes the out at first, and that'll retire the side. Rockies go down 1-2-3 here in a quiet 5th. But at the top of the 6th, Brewers still leading 5-2. Ben Gamble will lead things off here for the Brewers in the 5th, or in the 6th. First pitch to Gamble. In there for a called strike. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Called strike on the outside corner. It's 0-2. The 0-2 pitch. That runs up and in, misses the curveball. It's 1-2. Well, the NFL draft is underway here right now. 1-2 pitch misses high. That fastball, it's 2-2. For the 3rd straight year, the Heisman Trophy winner was drafted number 1 overall. It's Joe Burrows, drafted by the Cincinnati Bengals. It's the 2-2. This one's lifted left field. Desmond runs in to make the catch. There's one away. Year before that was Kyler Murray. Year before that was Baker Mayfield. So first time in NFL history was in the draft was the Heisman Trophy winner drafted 3 years in a row. And we'll get a pin. Avisail Garcia hitting .325. He'll bat for Corbin Burns. This year he's hitting .325, 4 homers, 20 RBIs. The typical left fielder. Here's the 1-0. Line shot at third, snagged out of the air by Arenado. Nice play there. And that's why he's the best hot corner in the game. Screaming line drive right at him, snags it out of the air. And now there's quickly 2 away with Lorenzo Cain up to the plate. Here's the 1-0. Grounded foul. Broncos with the 15th overall pick. Here's the 1-1. Lifted foul. They picked up Jerry Jeudy from Alabama, who's a wide receiver. And from what it sounds like, everybody's really happy about him coming. This one's a tapper to third. Arenado barehands it and fires to first to retire Cain. And that'll do it here in the 6th for the Brewers. Rockies dealt with McMahon, Desmond, and Murphy due up in the bottom of the 6th. They try to get something going. They got to pick up 3 runs to tie this thing.
Your attention, please.
Alex Claudio will pitch now. 18th appearance. He's got a 2.41 ERA, 15 strikeouts to 4 walks. Right-handers hitting .400 against him, while lefties are .175. Except for him, he's got 2 lefties due up in this inning. Ryan McMahon, 2 for 2. He's got a double and a single, an RBI, and a walk to his credit. It was 2 for 2. Claudio comes set. And here's the first pitch. Gone on the outside corner. McMahon in his last 3 games, he's hitting .455. He's really upping that average. Misses low. It's ball 1. As I was saying, the Broncos very excited about Jeudy. Explosive wide receiver. It was predicted that they might be able to get him, and they did. And sounds like he may turn into a very powerful weapon for the Broncos, especially for Drew Lock, who's going to enter his 2nd season as the quarterback for the Broncos. That pitch hits McMahon swinging. It's 1-2. It's a bright future. A lot of optimism for the Denver Broncos in Colorado. The 1-2 gets McMahon swinging. And that's the first out of the 6th.
Now batting, left fielder, Ian.
Kept inching away on him. And McMahon just not able to catch up to it. And that'll bring up Ian Desmond. Ray Black and Brent Suter warming up in the Brewers bullpen. Desmond's over 2. And is low in the dirt, ball 1. Well, fans, after this game, you might be able to catch our friends over at Purple Row. They've been doing their Sim Rockies season. This one's tapped to second. Here has got it. And he'll throw over to first for the 2nd out of the inning. But they've been doing their Sim Rockies season from the beginning of the year. They've been a lot more consistent than I have here at the sideline crowd. And I'll bring up Daniel Murphy, who's 1 for 2. Had a single his last time up. First pitch to Murphy is a sinker for a called strike 1. David Phelps and Corey Nabel now warming up in the Brewers bullpen. Comes the 0-1. This is outside with that changeup. It's 1-1. Called strike at the knees. It's 1-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Here's the 1-2. This is outside. It's 2-2. But over at Purple Row, we got our friend Ben Kushnerkavich. Hopefully I said that right. Who been doing the play-by-play for him. So this was out of the way. Good guy. Had a conversation with him the other day. Got a lot more in-depth statistics than I do. But here's the 2-2 that's popped over to third to Sogard. And now retired the Rockies here in the 6th. They go down 1-2-3. We head to the 7th. Rockies running out of time. Definitely a frustrated Colorado team as Murphy slams his helmet. 2, 3, and 4 due up for the Brewers. So Bud Black will come in with the double switch.
Your attention, please.
As Jake McGill coming to pitch now.
For Colorado. Now pitching and batting in the 6th spot. Number 51, Jake McGee. Now playing lefty and batting 9. Number 12, Chris Owens.
So Chris Owens will come in, play left field, as McGee will now replace Desmond in the 6 hole.
Nope, outside.
Misses low, 2-0. So McGee in his 12th appearance, 4.63 ERA, 9 strikeouts to 5 walks. Left-handers hitting .306 against him. His first 2-0 to Holt is swinging strike. Here's the 2-1. Misses low. It's 3-1 now on Brock Holt. Here's the 3-1. That one's lined foul. Something that's fun with the Sim Rockies is the Purple Row one. Their Rockies are leading their division, whereas our Rockies here are at the bottom of the basement in the division as McGee walks Holt. And the leadoff man's on here for Christian Yelich. Dairo Diaz and James Pazos warm up in the Rockies bullpen. Yelich is 1 for 3, had a 2-run shot. Here's the first pitch. Lifted that one foul. Whereas these Rockies are struggling mightily, the Purple Row Sim Rockies are doing quite well. Enjoying a lot of offense and pitching. Runner takes off for second, but swinging is Yelich, and he fouls that one off. Just goes to show that the nature of baseball is very unpredictable. Here's the 0-2. Misses outside. It's 1-2.
I got to count 1 and 2.
One, two. It's fouled away again. Christian Yelich has really turned into something else here with the Brewers. Called strike 3 as he watches that one. It's first out now. I was saying he's just really turned into a power hitter, all around good offensive and defensive player. And look here, Keston Hiura back in the first inning. Took the second pitch he saw from Ryan Castellani and hit that one out into left field to give the Brewers a quick 2-0 lead. He's 2 for 3 in this one. But Yelich, I think what's nice with him is he's one of the very humble superstars. He wants to get his name out there, wants to market for MLB, but he just seems like a really all-around nice guy, good player. One misses inside, it's 1-1. Just during the off season or in the midst of spring training, he signed that 7-year extension up top of the 2 years left. 2 years that he has left with the Brewers, give him 9 years. It's like $180 million, though, was the worth of those 7 years. And that just sounds like a huge bargain for the Brewers with an MVP, a perennial MVP candidate. That one's fouled away. But he likes the Brewers, wants to stay with them, wants to help them out. Yeah, that's a very respectable move. Opens up some money so the Brewers can actually make improvements. To the 2-2. It's now a full count on Hira. So Omar Narvaez waits on deck. Brock Holt at first with 1 out. Brewers lead this one 5-2. Haven't had much offense since the Brewers, since Yelich's 2-run homer and then the sacrifice fly. Back in the 3rd or 4th inning. So full count here on Hira. And a called strike 3 at the letters. Got him looking for out number 2. So McGee bounces back and he gets back-to-back strikeouts on the 2 dangerous hitters in this Brewers lineup. It's froze him. Memory of Omar Narvaez, the catcher. 2 for 3, a couple of singles. That's kind of been one of the things that I think baseball needs to address is salaries. Because it's just getting more and more expensive to pay players. Because the next guy is going to get this contract, and the next guy is going to try to top that. Garrett Cole signing that huge deal with the Yankees in the offseason. Anthony Rendon signing a huge deal with the Angels. Arenado with the Rockies last season. Bryce Harper, for some reason, signing the huge deal with the Phillies. Mike Trout's worth it, but that's still a lot of money of his huge deal. That one's fouled away. It's 1-2. Because then sometimes these players wonder, well, why can't these teams pay for other players? Well, it's because most of their payroll is being paid to you. Here's the 1-2. I think something is like Anthony Rendon and Mike Trout will be combined being paid more than the entirety of the Pittsburgh Pirates payroll, which is just insane to think about. And that's the problem with baseball, is just a lot of money, a lot of the money game. A lot of that money ball, if you will, but in the bad way. Because I think those guys are worth, they want to push to get the most money they can, but sometimes it's not what it should all be about. Here's the payoff pitch to Narvaez. Grounder to second. McMahon's got it. And that'll retire the side here in the 7th. So McGee is able to get through the 7th. We head to the bottom half of the inning. Wolters, Chris Owings, and David Dahl due up for the Rockies. They still trail 5-2. They've been out hit 10 hits to 5. As Tony Wolters, the catcher, will come in. Got hit by a pitch in the 4th, so still not really an official at bat in this one for Wolters. He got walked and then he got hit by a ball. So still got that 302 average. Rough day for him. Misses outside with that sinker. Alex Claudio still in there for the Brewers. Here's the 1-0. Called on the outside corner. Might have been outside. Fans didn't like it, but it's 1-1 quickly on Tony Wolters here in the 7th. Well, kind of some baseball fix for you. While I've been here in quarantine, here at my brother's, where I'm at, I played some backyard baseball with my nephew with some wiffle balls, and sad to say I got walked off. Played a little 5-inning game, and home runs aplenty. I think I ended up losing 17-15. My nephew was down by like 7 runs in the bottom of the 5th. This one's lined out to right. Yelich makes the catch for 1 away.
Now batting, left fielder, Red Owings.
Here's Chris Owings now. I think his first pitch came in the double switch to replace Ian Desmond in left, as McGee is now, the pitcher's spot is now in the 6 hole. Here's the first pitch. This is low, ball 1. The wiffle ball is always fun. I always dream of having one of those big backyards like you see on the internet sometimes. Guy makes Wrigley Field or Fenway Park in the backyard. That's the dream. I'd make Coors Field, maybe. Have some wiffle ball back there. 2 up. This one's taken down the line. Had the distance, but just hooks it foul. Could have been a home run there. Owings just coming in a tough spot again. It's the 7th inning. Your team's down, and you're getting your first at bat. Swings through that one. It's 2-2. Here's the 2-2 to Owings. That misses inside. It's 3-2. David Dahl waits on deck. Here's the 3-2 pitch. That one's fouled away. Misses inside, ball 4, so Chris Owings draws the walk. And there's 1 out here, and a runner on first for David Dahl, as the Brewers will go get Ray Black out of the bullpen, making his 15th appearance. He's 2-1 with a 9.45 ERA, 19 strikeouts to 13 walks. Had a rough time against both right-handers and left-handers. And a split, both hitting around 330. David Dahl's 1 for 2 in this one, a single and a run scored. Called strike at the knees for strike 1. This one's fouled away. It's quickly 0-2 on David Dahl. The 0-2 pitch, lined foul. This one's lifted high to center field. Kane giving chase. He'll get there and make the catch. And there's 2 away now as Owings will retreat back to first.
Now batting, shortstop, Trevor Story.
Already Trevor Story's 1 for 3s. Had an RBI double back in the first that gave the Rockies their first run. Rockies haven't scored since the first inning, so they've been held scoreless since. First pitch to Story, called strike on the outside corner. one's fouled away. Keeps the count at 0-2. And here's the 0-2 pitch. Bounces in the dirt. Owings takes off for second. The throw down, not in time. So it bounces away from Narvaez. And Owings, who runs pretty well, moves up into scoring position with 2 outs. It's now 1-2 on Story. Misses outside with that slider. It's 2-2. Got him, swinging strike 3, and that'll do it here for the Rockies here in the 7th. We head to the 8th now. Rockies still down 5-2, just can't seem to get it going as a frustrated Denver team. We head to the 8th as James Pazos will make his 13th appearance of the year. 2.53 ERA. Decent outing and decent couple of outings in
Leading off for the Brewers, the third baseman, Eric.
in San Francisco. Down 5-2 here in the 8th. He'll face Eric Sogard and watches a slider for ball 1. Well, official attendance here at Coors Field is 34,000. This one's lined foul. 34,244 fans in attendance in this virtual world of Coors Field. The 1-1 lifted high to center field. Dahl will make the catch. And there's one away here to start the 8th.
Now batting, the shortstop, Orlando.
I'm bringing up Orlando Arcia. Jairo Diaz and Tyler Kinley warm up in the Rockies bullpen. A lot of these guys coming in just because you use them in these mop-up roles. The Rockies haven't quite had a lead in a while. And here's the first pitch. Swings through that slider. It's strike 1. The Scott Obergs we haven't seen in a while. Here's the 0-1. Called strike at the knees with the sinker. It's 0-2. That one's fouled away. Comes set. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Check swing. Says he held up. It's now 1-2. Pazos comes set, the 1-2. Misses well inside with that slider. That'll even the count at 2-2. Comes set, another 2-2 delivery. That one's lined foul. Here's the 2-2. That one's lined down the line. That's going to stay fair. So Arcia rounds first. He'll get into second easily with a stand-up double. Fought off quite a few pitches and then just tucks it down the line for his third double of the year. Nice piece of hitting there by Orlando Arcia. Ricochets off the wall. Owings able to get a good rebound. The 1-0 in there for a called strike one. In the season, he's in .333 with runners in scoring position. Lined into right field for a base hit. Arcia gets the red light at third, so I'll put runners on the corners. Hit hard, but right at Charlie Blackmon, and I'll put runners on the corners with one out as Ryan Braun will pinch hit here.
Number 8, Ryan.
Two men on with one out. So it's lifted high in foul territory by third base. Arenado makes the catch, and there's two away here.
The center fielder, number 6, Lorenzo King.
That is a horrifying looking dinger. So two outs here in the 8th. Runners on the corners. As Lorenzo Cain now stands in. Takes called strike one. Lorenzo Cain hitting 111 with runners in scoring position, which is definitely what you want at this point in time. Comes the 0-1. Just misses outside. It's 1-1. Got him swinging at that slider. Beauty of a pitch. It's 1-2. Look for him to run that inside on Lorenzo Cain now. Here's the 1-2. Just misses inside with that slider. It's 2-2. Trying to rely on that slider, and this is the same situation that Arcia was in. Trying to get him to chase something. They might stick with that slider. Here's the 2-2. Popped him up. Shallow center field. Blackmon coming on to make the catch, and it gets down. That scores the run from third. That was a rough play, and it just drops right in front of Blackmon. Popped him up, but he's able to muscle it just enough for this little Texas leaguer. Blackmon had a long way to run as Dahl was playing back to prevent the double. And now there's runners on first and second in a 6-2 ball game. As Brock Holt hits now. He's 2 for 2 with a double and a single and a couple runs scored. Bit of bad luck there for James Pazos, who almost got out of the inning unscathed. But Gamble at second, Cain at first. A little chip shot. If we were golfing right now, that would have been a perfect chip for Lorenzo Cain. Here's the 2-0. Misses outside. It's 3-0 on Brock Holt. Here's the 3-0. Called strike on the slider. It's 3-1. It's now 3-1. The 3-1 delivery. Tapper to first. Murphy's got it. He'll flip it over to Pazos, and that will retire the side. But the Brewers tag on a run. We head to the bottom of the 8th. Rockies trail this one 6-2. They're being out hit 13-5. As the heart of the order is due up for the Rockies with Arenado, Blackmon, and McMahon, as Brent Suter will come in to pitch the 8th for the Brewers in his 19th appearance. He's 2-0 with a 2.95 ERA, 14 strikeouts to 4 walks. Right-hander's hitting .346 against him, so at least that's in Arenado's favor. He's 0 for 3 in this one. Arenado average has dropped down to .306. Here's the first pitch. Misses low. Strike one. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Just misses low. It's ball one. 1-1 the count on Arenado. Rockies third baseman. The 1-1. That one's crushed, but well foul. Remains 1-2. This one's lifted into the gap in center field. That's going to get down. Arenado's trying to unhitch the horse. He's rounding first. He'll stop at second. And it's a leadoff double here in the 8th for Nolan Arenado. Nice piece of hitting there. That's the hit he's been looking for all game. Up in the zone and just pulls it all the way to the fence. Kane gets to it quickly. Arenado doesn't run well, but it's good enough for a double as Charlie Blackmon now will hit with a man on second. Brent Suter's immediately got himself a hit the other way. Bounces off of Sogard. Blackmon will reach at first. Arenado will stay at second. That'll be scored as a base hit, so back-to-back hits here to lead off game, and Charlie Blackmon extends his hitting streak to 9 games, keeps it alive here. First pitch he sees just smokes it right at Sogard, who dives to stop it. And now there's 2 men on with nobody out for Ryan McMahon as David Phelps and Josh Hader warm up in the Brewers bullpen. It's 2 for 3 in this one with a double and a single. And an RBI scored. This is what the Rockies, they've had plenty of situations tonight. They just haven't been able to capitalize on it. That's typically the stories. McMahon swings to that one. McMahon's though hitting .391 with runners in scoring position. Looking for a big hit here. Here's the 0-1. Tapped foul. And that'll run the count to 0-2. Here comes the 0-2 pitch to McMahon. Swings to that one, and that'll be strike 3. And he's sat down. Just couldn't connect. And so now there's 1 out. And we'll get a pinch hitter here for James Pazos. As we'll get Elias Diaz pinch hitting. Elias Diaz, the catcher. It's in 2-11 on the year. And that's called strike on Squirter. Look at this. Diaz in 2-11. A homer, 4 RBIs, 610 OPS, the former Pirates catcher. Rockies picked him up on a minor league deal and then made the opening day roster over Drew Butera. Got to supplement Tony Walters, the 0-1. That one's fouled away. Well, Arenado doubled. He's at second. And then Charlie Blackmon with an infield single. He's at first. Now you got Elias Diaz trying to capitalize. Fouls that one away. He's quickly down to 0-2. Lifted to shallow center. The Arcia makes the catch. And now there's 2 away here. Might have had a chance to get down, but Arcia got a good jump on it, ranged back. Catch that one, and that'll bring up Daniel Murphy. The runners on first and second, and 2 outs now. And as always, this is what the Rockies struggle with. You get 2 men on with nobody out, and then the next 2 guys go down easily. And Daniel Murphy now with 2 outs, looking for a clutch hit here. Had a single in the 4th, and that he hasn't done much else. This one's lifted high and deep to center field. This is going to get down. One hops the wall. Arenado scores. Blackmon is rounding third. He'll score easily. The throw home is well late. And it's a 2-run double for Daniel Murphy. Takes it the other way, right around where Arenado hit his double. One hops the fence. And with 2 outs, you guys are going to be booking it. So Murphy will get into second. Throws well late as Blackman's in standing up. Now the Rockies make this a 6-4 ball game here in the 8th inning. Tony Walters, the catcher, coming up. He's 0 for 1 with a hit by pitch and a walk in this one. And that's a called strike at the knees. It's 0-1. Well, the nice thing with Walters, he's hitting .400 on the year with runners in scoring position. It's now a 2-run ball game here in the 8th. First pitch to Walters is fouled away. It's now 0-2. Walters looking to just drive in Murphy here, make it a 1-run ball game. That puts you in a lot better position heading into the 9th. Owings waits on deck. And he gets Walters swinging through. As we head to the top of the 9th, Rockies get 2 back. They now make it a 6-4 ball game. As Jairo Diaz will make his 16th appearance here for the Rockies as he'll take over the 9th. Trying to keep the Brewers at bay. He's got a 3.50 ERA, 14 strikeouts for Diaz. 3 walks in 18 innings of work. He'll face Christian Yelich, then Keston Hiura. And the first pitch to just misses high, ball 1. Well, Diaz pumps the gas, 99 miles an hour. And here's the 1-0. Misses outside, ball 2. This is a dangerous part of the lineup. Diaz is able to hold his own, but here's the 2-0. In there for a called strike. It's 2-1. If you can get through him and Hiura, puts you in a better spot. Then you get Omar Narvaez. You can set the 3 of them down, and it puts you in a good spot heading into the 9th. Though you'll most likely be facing Josh Hader, so it's 3-1 on Yelich. Grounder through the hole, beats the shift. As Owens picks it up, fires it back in, and the leadoff man is on for the Brewers. If they hadn't been in the shift, they probably, Story would have had that. But the nature of shifting, and it's always, hindsight's 20/20. So the leadoff man is on with Keston Hiura up to the plate. First pitch to him. Smoke down the line. That's just foul. Looked like it was a fair ball. That would have been extra bases. Yelich probably would have scored on that. Luckily, it hooks right of the bag and goes foul. Here's the 0-1. And that one stays fair, though, down the left field line. Slow dribbler into the corner. The throw in to third. And it's a double for Hiura, his 6th of the year, 2nd of the game. And now there's runners on 2nd and 3rd with nobody out, and they're going to go ahead and walk Narvaez to load the bases. It's probably a wise decision there by Bud Black, as the Rockies try to keep this one close, give them a fighting chance. As Eric Sogard now will play. Infield plays in, looking to cut the run down at home. First pitch from Diaz, misses low, ball 1 with the slider. Sogard hitting 130 with runners in scoring position. Brewers definitely missing the bat of Mike Moustakas, who signed a 4-year deal with the Cincinnati Reds. Reds who made a lot of moves. Owings comes in, makes the catch. The throw home. It's cut off by Arenado. Yelich will score, and it's 7-4 Brewers. Sogard does his job, drives in a run. Slaps it tailing away from Owings, who can't get the momentum to nail Yelich, who runs well. Yeah, so there's one away here with the runner on first and second with one out. Diaz comes set.
Runner, yes, yes.
Runners take off. The throw down to third. And they got him. Nice catch and release there by Tony Wolters. Narvaez moves up to second on the double steal.
No ball, 2 strikes.
But Hira's nailed at third. So there's 2 outs now with the runner on second. And it's 0-2 on Orlando Arcia.
Nope.
Doubled his last time up. Had a good at-bat against Jake McGee. Or James Pazos. Here's the 1-2.
Outside, that's the ball.
And that misses outside. It's 2-2. Here's the 2-2. That one's fouled away. Same the thing he did against James Pazos. Another 2-2 delivery. Lifted high and deep to center field. This may have a chance. And this one is gone. A 2-run homer by Orlando Arcia. And just like that, the Brewers are up 9-4. Rockies were within 2, and Diaz has had a rough 9th inning as the Brewers have put this one more out of reach. They've missed up, and Arcia, who once again fought off quite a few pitches, found the one he wanted, and just tucks it over the left field fence. And that'll do it for Pazos. And they're going to get Tyler Kinley making his 14th appearance. 10.64 ERA. Rockies really got to figure out, one, the bullpen, but also the offense. Pitching has just everything is ugly for the Rockies here in the month of April. And they really need to turn things around. As Ben Gamel will hit now. Here's the first pitch to Gamel. In there for a called strike 1. Here's the 0-1. Misses low in the dirt. It's 1-1. Well, our old friend Senor Timmons says this has been the most realistic season simulation I have seen for the Rockies, and sadly, this is kind of the way it's been true for the past couple seasons. Or last season, and then this simulated season for the Rockies. Just stressful, frustrating, because 2017 and 18 had their moments, but they just kind of have fallen apart. That kind of no clear direction for the Rockies is what we've kind of been seeing. The 2-2 gets Gamel, but the damage has been done. Orlando Arcia, another 2-run homer, the Brewers' third 2-run jack of the game. As we head to the bottom of the 9th, Rockies need a miracle to rally to win this thing. They're down 9-4. As Craig Counsell will come out to make a double switch. We'll see what changes to make, as David Phelps will come in now. Making his 12th appearance. Got 2.70 ERA.
Now playing left and batting 9. Number 15, Tyrone Taylor.
Tyrone Taylor will come in and play left field for the Brewers, as David Phelps takes over on the mound. For the Brewers, he'll face Chris Owings, and then the top of the order for the Rockies. As it's 1-0 or 0-1 on Owings. That one's called strike on the knuckle curve, and it's 0-2. Here's the 0-2 delivery. Misses inside. It's 1-2. One reminder, our friends over at Purple Row are getting underway for their Colorado Rockies simulation on MLB The Show. About Ben Kushnerkavich doing the play-by-play there. They're just getting underway at 6:45. Their sim Rockies are doing much better than sadly ours are. Theirs is winning the division as Owings swings to that one for out number 1 here in the 9th. They're leading their division, whereas our Rockies are at the bottom of the division, as that'll bring up David Dahl, who's 1 for 3. Corey Nabel and Josh Hader warm up in the Brewers bullpen in case anything goes down for the Rockies, if they get something going.
Off the plate, ball 1.
And it's 1-1. Here's the 1-1 from to David Dahl. Misses in the dirt. It's 2-1. Dahl fouls that one away. Two. This time, there's a full count now on David Dahl. The Rockies have lost 6 of their last 10 here in this simulated season. Just coming off a sweep of the being swept by the Giants as Dahl swings to that pitch, and now there's 2 outs here in the 9th. Rockies running out of time. Ran that one down and in on him. That fastball, and Dahl can't catch up to it. I'll bring up Trevor Story, who's the Rockies' last hope here to keep this thing going. He's 1 for 4. Watches a called strike on that slider. It's 0-1. Well, Story had an RBI double back in the first, part of a Rockies rally that tied the game at 2. But then the Rockies were held scoreless until the 8th inning.
I got a ball, 1 strike.
Until Daniel Murphy hit a 2-run double that made it 6-4. And then the Brewers put up 3 runs in the top of the inning as Story fouls that one off. Brewers have hit 3 2-run homers, one by Keston Hiura, one by Christian Yelich, and then Orlando Arcia in the top half of this inning. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, and that will do it here for this one. As the Rockies fall 9-4 to the Milwaukee Brewers, who muscle their way to another victory. They continue to try to move up in a crowded National League Central. The Rockies fall to 9-17, I believe, or 9-16. As the Brewers improve their record to 11-11. But just a rough time all around for the Rockies. As there's your final line in this game. As Milwaukee wins it 9-4 on 16 hits. The Rockies only get 4 runs on 8 hits. Keston Hiura, the player of the game, went 3 for 5 with a home run and a couple of doubles, as well as 2 RBIs and 2 runs scored. Corbin Burns gets the win. 1 inning, came into relief of Brandon Woodruff. Ryan Castellani, in his major league debut, takes the loss, goes 4 innings, gives up 9 hits, 5 earned runs, 2 walks. Some of the notables for the Brewers: Keston Hiura, We already talked about Orlando Arcia goes 2 for 5 with a homer, a double, couple RBIs, couple runs scored. Christian Yelich goes 2 for 5 with a home run and 2 RBIs, 2 runs scored. And Brock Holt goes 2 for 3 with a double and a couple runs scored. Not much for the Rockies, but Daniel Murphy went 2 for 4 with the 2-run double. Trevor Story 1 for 5 with an RBI double. Arenado goes 1 for 4 with a double and a run scored. And Ryan McMahon goes 2 for 4 with a double and an RBI. So plenty of extra base hits in this game. But the Rockies continue their woes as they try to figure out how to get back in the win column. They've now lost 7 of their last 11 games. And that'll just about do it here for this one. Thank you so much for joining us and watching. I'm Skylar Timmons. This has been part of the Sideline Crowd. You can find us on YouTube and Facebook and Twitter. And you can always let us know what you want to see, and hopefully we can get these Rockies back in the win column. Figure out how we can do that. But hope everybody's staying safe and having fun in their quarantines, and hopefully we can get back to normal life eventually. Thank you so much for joining us, and we'll see you next time.